Hello everyone, in this video I'm just going to talk about how to think in English without translating in your head. So this video is especially for those people who are actually struggling for how to think in English. Whenever I speak I get blank. So this video is especially for you. Watch this video till the end. Okay, let's jump into the video. How to think in English without translating in your head. Can I ask you something? Have you ever been in a situation where you know the exact word but it wouldn't come at that time? Or maybe somebody asked you a simple question in English, but before answering, your brain quietly translated everything from Hindi to English. I have experienced the same thing, and you are not alone, my friend. In fact, for years, I thought something was wrong with me actually. I used to wonder why does Hindi come so naturally but English always feels like extra work. I watched endless videos on YouTube. I read so many books, tried different methods and tips, techniques. Some of them worked and few of them didn't work. But after experimenting for a long time, I realized something that completely changed the way I look at the language learning. And today, I want to share with you not as a teacher, not as an expert, but as a person who has been stuck in the same situation for a long period of time and finally he knew what was that. Now imagine this, you woke up early in the morning, you are holding a cup of tea or maybe coffee, someone accidentally bumps into you and the tea spills on your shirt. What happens next? You do not think. Your mind instantly reacts, अरे यार सुबह सुबह सत्यानाश कर दे इस छोरे ने. Did you notice something? You never decided to think those words which you spoke there. They simply appeared. That's how thinking works. It is not just something you force, it happens automatically. And that's exactly where most English learners get confused. And they are wandering here and there. For years, I kept asking myself, how do I think in English? I thought maybe I need more vocabulary. Then I thought grammar was the problem. Then I blamed my memory. But none of these things actually was the real reason. The real reason was much simpler. Your brain doesn't suddenly choose a language. It uses one that has the strongest connection with your daily life. Think about your childhood. Every joke you laughed at, every time someone scolded you, every family conversation, every celebration, every embarrassing moments, your brain experienced all of that in your native language. So naturally, when you think, your brain goes back to those connections. Not because English is difficult, but because those pathways have been built for years and years. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Let me ask you another question. Has anyone ever taught you how to think in Hindi? Probably not. Nobody sat beside you and said from tomorrow, think in Hindi, think in Marathi, think in Punjabi. It happened naturally because language wasn't the goal. Living life was. And while living, your brain quietly connected words with beautiful experiences. And that's how children learns. They do not memorize grammar first, they experience the life first, language comes later. Now, here is the mistake almost everyone makes, even I made it. We try to learn English without actually living in English. We watched endless videos on YouTube, Instagram, read books, fictional, non-fictional, learn vocabulary, save Instagram post. Nothing wrong with that. But those are the passive activities. Your brain changes much faster when English becomes part of your own life. When you are looking outside and saying, the weather looks beautiful today. When you are hungry and you tell yourself, I think I should eat something right now. When you are searching for your phone and thinking, where did I keep my phone? Those moments may look small, but psychologically, they are much more powerful than memorizing 10, 12, 15 words per day. Because now English belongs to your life, not just to, books, Instagram reels, or maybe through the newspaper if you actually read so. Now, maybe this has happened to you as well. You practice for a week, you start feeling confident. you are speaking really better, you're understanding more. Then you stop practicing for 2 to 3 days. Suddenly it feels like you have forgotten something. I have felt that too. But the truth is, you did not forget English. Your brain simply returned to the environment it experiences the most comfort and easy. It's just like going to the gym, missing a couple of days don't erase your actual muscles. It only breaks your rhythm. Language works in a similar way. The more often your brain experiences English, the easier it becomes to return to it. Now, the question is, how do people actually start thinking in English? Not by actually fighting their native language, not by forcing every thought into English. They simply create more English experiences. Little by little, every single day, describe what you see. I have already told you name and color method. Whatever you see, just tell the name and the color. And even you can add the shape. Then, talking to themselves, thinking aloud and broadly, making mistakes, laughing, getting confused, and finally living it. One day, something interesting happens. You look at the sky, and before you even realize it, your first thought comes in English, not because you forced it, because your brain finally accepted English as a part of your daily life. Was it interesting? I think so. Now, many beginners and intermediate speakers ask me one simple question: how long does it take to think in English? Honestly speaking, I don't think anyone can answer this question because fluency is not actually measured in months or years, it's the measure in experiences. Let's say I'm the person who experiences 50 to 60 English moments every single day. Another person is there who is only experiencing 5 to 10, but having the same 24 hours, but they will make completely a different progress. So instead counting days or months, start collecting English moments in your day-to-day life. That is something which will tell your brain something important, and those tiny moments slowly becomes a habit. That's how thinking in English begins naturally. And if this conversation changed the way you look at the language, then I'm really happy. I'm really glad. And I hope you understood the points. And actually, you have to start leaving English moments. Let's say I'm looking at the sky. It's looking blue. It's looking so beautiful. It is looking good. Use a very simple word if you are a beginner or intermediate speaker. You don't have to make something interesting and very perfect every single moment. And that's the misconception we all have. Until I'm not making a perfect or right sentences, that means my English is wrong. Bro, but this is a part of your practice, this is a part of your journey. And if you'll not go through this, how will you be able to speak this language fluently, even confidently? You need to just consciously follow it every single day. You're going to see a very drastic change in upcoming life. Till then, take care. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, be ready.